Hello, this is the Time Machine from Olivia Artz Modular. It's a 22 HP stereo multi-tap delay processor, and I backed it on Kickstarter last year. Got delivered a couple of weeks ago, and I wasn't necessarily planning to do a video about it, and this video isn't sponsored, by the way. I did pay for this. But I was kind of inspired by DivKid's video recently, where he did a kind of first patch, first impressions type video. So to be honest, I thought I'd just try and do something similar and see what I came up with. Since I've got it, I've mostly used it as a kind of dub techno chord processor, which is what I'll be using today, because that's kind of, I think, what it really excels at for me so far. So I'll talk you through the front panel very briefly, and then I'll just get a patch going. This isn't a particularly polished video with lots of different patch ideas. It's more of a kind of real-time exploration, so it's a little bit more rough and ready. But if you're interested, strap in and let's get going. Okay, so the front panel, we have stereo input, stereo output. The T control in the center here sets the master delay time, and the level of that master delay tap is set by the T slider over here on the right, and we've got dry level slider here on the far left. The sliders in between are all the levels of the taps that are divisions of that master delay time that's set by T. Spread controls how evenly spaced they are in time. So with spread at 12 o'clock, they're all evenly spaced. And as spread increases, they all bunch up towards T, and as it decreases, they bunch up towards the dry signal. You'll see a bit more when you've got sound going through it. It's quite visual when the LEDs start lighting up. You've got feedback control, and there's a clock input for T, so you can sync it, which is what I'll be doing today. I'm going to use PAMS as a master clock. And yeah, the patch I've got set up is really super simple. It's one chord stab from the ALM Sizzle, which I've got in chord mode, triggered by PAMS once at the start of every bar, which will just give us a kind of short stab on beat 1. Let's just get that going. So it's just a kind of minor chord. I've got pip slope as the envelope, which means I can control the decay time of it. I'll just keep it kind of short and stabby. I've got a little LFO just from Ornament Crime coming in to the oscillator A shape, just so that each note is slightly different tonally, just to kind of keep it interesting. Running it through the Megatang. It's otherwise dry at the moment. So that's my kind of basic starting point. Now, I've got the T clocked from a quarter note clock from PAMS. So if I bring up T, that's the delayed signal 1 beat later. And I'm just going to adjust T, which will be like a clock division of this. I'm going to just adjust it. So it's now evenly spaced in the bar. It's on beat 3 now, that T is going to hit. And now as I bring up these sliders, these are now 16th notes effectively. By playing with these levels, you can design a kind of rhythm. And then bring up the feedback. So that single chord is now this kind of dancing, echo-laden kind of complex, multi-rhythmic kind of thing. Let's bring up a bit of reverb just on the end as well. I've just got a kick drum triggered from PAMS. This is just off shot, but it's the Shackmat battering ram, my favourite kick drum module at the moment. And of course, you don't need to have the dry sound in at all. Design these nice kind of little syncopated grooves. So I think for these kind of dub techno effects, it's great. You can just kind of go as minimal or as busy as you like with these little ghost notes. Now I'm just going to bring them all back up again. shorten the chords slightly, and just explore how spread affects things. So if I increase spread, you'll see they get kind of slower and then bunch up towards the end. We get these nice little triplety kind of. If we go the other way, the opposite happens. We get these kind of of course you can modulate this with an envelope or an LFO to get away from those kind of regular on-grid rhythms. Let's go for something like this, and now let's design something a bit more. The other kind of fun I've been having with this is getting into some more freaky short delay times. With the feedback cranked, you get some very interesting sounds like this that are quite unlike any other delay I've played with. Goes pretty wild. We can just bring it back. So there you go. Just a quick little jam, but hopefully gives you a little bit of a flavour of what it's capable of. Haven't really scratched the surface yet, to be honest. I'm having so much fun with this patch. But yeah, looking forward to delving into it, and I'm sure you'll see the Time Machine make a bit more of an appearance in videos of mine in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.